Did you know Camino is the hardest supremacy map for the Republic to win? That's because there's no vehicles allowed on the map, which usually helps stop droidekas and other insanely fast units of the Separatists from capturing command posts. For example, it only takes droidekas around 11 seconds to get from command post A to E on Camino, and other teammates can respawn on them, while for the Republic it takes around 14 seconds for the Jet Trooper, which is the fastest Republic unit, and teammates can't respawn on the class. It also takes much longer for counters like the Commando and ARC Trooper units. And because the droideka gets 50% damage reduction while in ball form, equipping the battle hardened star card increases the droideka's health from 350 to 420 HP, meaning you have to deal 630 damage to take out just one of these insanely fast moving balls. That's more health than some blaster heroes. So if you're defending a base with a wide capture range like A on Camino, having multiple of these contesting the point can be a nightmare, since they can continually roll around without dying and hide to respawn their fallen teammates. Even if you manage to take one out, it only costs 1000 battle points to respawn, and even less on Friday reinforcement events. This also doesn't take into account having jet droids, Grievous, and other heroes coming to support the assault. Although it might seem impossible for the Republic to win, there are some hidden counters you can use to improve your chances. First off, the droideka outside of ball form isn't actually that good because it's so slow and easy to hit, especially without its shield in a team setting. So by using the A280 sniper with Iron Shot, you can easily take out the droideka's shield in just 2 bursts, versus having to overheat the gun plus more shots when using regular rounds. The assault class's Ion Grenade also instantly takes out the shield versus doing 1/3 of the damage with regular thermal detonators. One rocket from the Republic Commando's launcher also does the same, and if you're close enough, just walk inside the shield and take it out. But again, most other Separatist units are also really fast and tanky, so you'll have to choose certain bases that favor the Republic. Sadly, the closest command posts to the Republic spawn, A and B, are better for the droids, since they can easily run and hide in a lot of the corners as their teammates respawn. Especially on B, even though the capture radius isn't that big, you never really know when you've cleared the area. So always check the corners to make sure nothing sneaks up on you after a fight. While A has consistently had long nightmare matches of non-stop waves of droidekas rolling around the objective, respawning, and contesting the point for minutes on end. Literally the most annoying strategy in the game, especially on Friday's boosted reinforcement events, which allow more on the field at once and cost less battle points. But Command Post C favors the Republic since it's small and open, leaving little cover for splash damage from rockets or force AoE attacks. Heck, Anakin's heroic might radius can cover most of it if damaged. E doesn't have much cover as well, but it's really small, which is a bit hard to defend. Though droidekas can't contest the point from the ground, making them and other units pretty easy targets when running up the platform. You also have to watch out for units hiding behind this wall that still contest the point, or jet troopers that fly on top of the roof and shoot down from this massive hole. Finally, D has too many obstacles for Separatist units to freely run around, making it also better for the Republic. And real quickly, from popular request, we're finally adding LAAT gunships to our custom-made phone background, which is also getting a full desktop version, so become a channel member to get the download link. If you're playing with a teammate, everything is much easier to coordinate, but regardless, at the start of the round as the Republic, lock down CP A and B respectively. Then join the assault for E on the bridge because C usually can go the Republic's way, or is easily recoverable later on, while A is much harder to recapture. The bridge fight can be pretty intense, but use the choke points to your advantage. Many officers leave turrets at the door, which is perfect for ion rockets or grenades to get splash damage kills, as seen with the damage dealt on screen. This also goes for the corridors at the back of E, with any of the Republic splash damage abilities working well. Regardless if you get E or not, the whole goal of Camino is to spread out the droid special units as much as you can at a third base while defending A and B. If too many rollers are contesting A, use a jet trooper to sneak to D or E and capture it. This will eventually lead the rollers and heroes to the other direction, making it much easier to recapture A. Otherwise, they'll just stay at A and never leave ball form, which makes it easier for the rest of your team to capture other bases. It'll also mean their teammates won't have much backup, so focus fire the easier B1 targets first first, while also keeping an ear out for when the rollers get out of ball form. Just keep in mind that the Republic Jet Trooper has a medium damage range, so most of the time you gotta just capture and go. Especially if another Jet B2 comes, since they have a much longer damage range. So once you've gotten 3 bases, being either C or E, hold down the fort as much as you can as any class, but preferably the commandos. Don't overextend, because if it fails, they'll get to your bases before you even get a chance to set up defense. Plus, after the capital ship phase ends, the game gives the CIS bases B and C, while the Republic gets D and E. Because all these bases will naturally be captured by the factions with the closest original spawn points, as the second round starts on the ground, spawn in at E and fend off the CIS for as long as you can, which will stall them from capturing a third base for longer, giving your team a better chance to set up at A and B. That hiding spot I showed earlier can really prolong contesting the base if they don't know about it. In the videos I'm showing, a lot of times you'll see one of my friends holding down A with the Republic Commando while I defend C as a hero. If A is getting too much fire, I'll quickly drop in to help clear the area, which by that time usually means C is getting contested again. So I'll leave instantly after, since I can run back pretty quickly as a Jedi. This is very much the tap and go strategy you have to do to win as the Republic. And if the enemy isn't doing too well, oftentimes you can push together on E, making it really hard for droids to leave D, since there's only a few narrow exits. If you manage to get all bases, leaving the droid spawn becomes even harder, having only 3 small corridors they can leave from, one of which the droideka can't even fit through. And as we said before, corridors are perfect for the Republic's splash damage and force abilities, which you can probably tell from the videos being shown on screen. But capturing all 5 bases rarely happens as the Republic on Kamino, so don't make it a priority strategy. But it feels so satisfying when it does happen as payback for this map's unfairness. Other than a few extra hiding spots at sea that many players use to contest the base for a longer time, and using the ARC Trooper's charge shot as a counter to faraway Jet B2 units, the rest is down to the classes you use and how well your team does. Over the years, we've had some insane moments on this map, consistently being the most intense long matches in the game. Hours of non-stop attacks from all angles that seemed hopeless, but somehow the Republic always found a way. Other maps like Kashyyyk are also really hard, but I think Kamino not having any vehicles put it just a little ahead of all the rest. I also didn't cover too much about specific star card combinations and broken character builds like Obi-Wan's crazy defense or Grievous and Darth Maul's secret damage reduction buffs, because we already made shorts about them, which you can watch in these videos being shown on screen.